A Mistborn movie has the potential to kickstart Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere on-screen and make the fantasy genre as big as superheroes, but it needs a great cast in order to succeed. Casting the right actor as Kelsier would go a long way towards winning fans over to an adaptation, as Kelsier is one of the strongest and most charming characters from the original trilogy. It's also critical that a Mistborn movie nails Vin's casting, as she's the heroine of the entire first series. Getting moviegoers invested in her story is the only way to adapt the whole thing. Vin is 16 years old when Mistborn opens, and she grows into young adulthood in the Well of Ascension and the Hero of Ages. Many popular fan castings, like Maisie Williams and Anya Taylor-Joy, have already aged out of the role. And even current up-and-coming stars might not be young enough to portray Vin if a Mistborn movie ever happens. However, if casting for a Mistborn film started soon, there are a number of stars who would prove excellent as Sanderson's lead. Daphne Keane is one of the most popular choices to play Vin in a Mistborn movie, and it's easy to understand why this is the case. Looking at Vin on the covers of Sanderson's Mistborn books, the resemblance between the character and Keane is uncanny. Keane looks the part, perhaps more so than any other actor, and that's always a great starting point. However, the reason for Keane's fan casting goes beyond her appearance. She also feels the best suited to bring Vin to the big screen. Keane has the star power to draw moviegoers to theaters, and her previous work proves she's talented enough to capture Vin's nuances. Her portrayal of X-23 in Logan and Deadpool and Wolverine is probably the best example of why Keane would nail the role of Mistborn's heroine. X-23 is also an abandoned child who learns what it means to find family, and she's an effective fighter, just like Vin. Keane's role in The Acolyte is equally promising when it comes to Keane's choreography skills, and his Dark Materials shows she can handle adapting a book's main character. Another actor who could easily helm a Mistborn movie is Millie Bobby Brown. Brown is best known for playing Eleven in Netflix's Stranger Things, but she recently broke into the fantasy genre with her 2024 film Damsel. Brown also stars in Netflix's Enola Holmes movies, and she appears in 2021's Godzilla vs. Kong. Needless to say, Brown's star power would likely fill theaters with newcomers if she starred in a Mistborn film. Brown's projects highlight her range, and her performances in Stranger Things are evidence that she has the talent to lead a Mistborn movie. Eleven is a fairly complicated character, and Brown masterfully brings her to life. There's little doubt she'd do the same for Vin, and she looks the part nearly as much as Keane. Thanks to Enola Holmes, we also know that Brown can adapt book characters. Mistborn's world is more complex than that of Enola Holmes, but Damsel proves Brown can take on fantasy narratives. Maisie Williams is no longer an option to play Vin, but another Game of Thrones star could still tackle the role. Bella Ramsey plays Lyanna Mormont in the HBO series, and they do an impressive job of it. Despite appearing sporadically throughout Game of Thrones' later seasons, Lyanna is a fan-favorite character. Ramsey is at least partially responsible for this, and they could probably transfer Lyanna's spunk to a character like Vin.